Good afternoon, I'm Adrienne Stewart, founder and CEO of Lotus Scoop Ice Cream. Before I get started, I'd like to recite a poem that I wrote about my favorite thing. Oh, ice cream, how I love thee. You're such the perfect treat. I think about you day and night, so luscious and so sweet. From the freezer I shall pluck ya, with a spoon that will not bend. I eat you during Game of Thrones. You're better than a friend. Lotus Scoop is an uber-premium artisanal brand of ice cream. It's made sustainably, plant a pint, out of ripe and ready fruits, herbs, seeds, and vegetables, and local dairy. We're distributed directly to and sold through national mass market retailers. Our mission's pretty simple: to perfect the perfect, to heighten the already heralded, to tweak the divine, and dare to make that ultimate pint of ice cream. In many ways, our mission is to perfect and improve upon a category of food that most people think is already pretty darn good. So how we doing? Well, if you're sustainable and you know it, clap your hands. Lotus Scoop Ice Cream has made an improvement to the already sublime category of take-home ice cream in the area of sustainability. We also, with what we call fresh batch accountability, adhered to each pint of Lotus Scoop Ice Cream as a fresh batch patch and code that our customers can input into our blog feed and get all kinds of great information about when that batch was made, from where and when it was distributed, as well as the local dairy and produce used to create it. Now you're probably thinking, you know what, sustainability is great, but this is ice cream we're talking about. How does it taste? Here's an experiment. Want to induce mass hysteria at a swanky Lincoln Center gourmet tasting event? Just casually mention you've run out of one of our best-selling flavors, peaches and herb. That's peach ice cream, fresh juiced ginger, aged sour mash Kentucky bourbon, and organic chamomile swirl. There's crying, anger, rejection, denial, and that's just from the adults in the room. The truth is, people love Lotus Scoop ice cream, and many of you do too. You just don't know it yet. Tied with chocolate chip cookies and second only to cheese pizza, ice cream was voted Americans' favorite comfort food. Rivaling champagne and surpassing both birthday and wedding cake, it is the favored way Americans like to celebrate the joy in their lives. Americans spent about $13.7 billion last year on ice cream, and that's primarily from what we call the take-home category. Those are the big guys in the freezer: Talenti, Haagen-Dazs, Ben & Jerry's. And lately, these big guys have been starting to call themselves artisan. And why not? Artisan sells. It suggests that some expert handcrafted your food. And that's very nice. But that's not true. These mass brands are not artisan at all. In fact, they're co-packed, mass-produced in huge facilities on continuous freezers, and then made in production runs of about 10 to 100,000 units per run, and then sometimes stored in freezer warehouses for up to 2 years until they're finally sent out through a network of freezer trucks to national retailers. Now, the remaining 25% of that $13.7 billion spend is actually the artisan category. And that includes mom and pop shops, small brands, and even tiny gelaterias and make-your-own mix in chain stores. And in fact, the true artisan procedure is to make fresh ice cream in small batches with intricate flavorings delivered directly on the spot. Lotus Scoop Ice Cream combines both the mass market distribution and grab-and-go availability of the big guys with the true artisan expertise of small brands. And you know what? We do it up. We juice kale for our iconic puddle jumper flavor, kale, pear, and banana. We caramelize ripe and ready sweet potatoes for our Yamarama bestseller, that's sweet potato ice cream with sea salted banana caramel. There's that sour mash Kentucky bourbon again. And we sprinkle real matcha sea salt into our Meet Your Matcha banana ice cream with raspberry swirl, and we load up our pie in the sky with sustainable fresh strawberries and rhubarb. Now, one of the most disruptive parts of our model is that Lotus Scoop ice cream is not made in an ice cream factory or a gourmet kitchen, nor is it co-packed in a huge freezer using at 10 to 20,000 units per run. In fact, Lotus Scoop are made on Lodi. Those are micro ice cream processing facilities that make use of a proprietary process we invented called speed batching, as well as, and they're made on state-of-the-art ice cream freezers using patented filling equipment. The Lodi are actually strategically positioned about 4 hours apart along the national retailer's geographic region, so we can deliver fresh ice cream to them region by region. They're capable of producing about $3 million worth of ice cream per year annually at about 5,000 pints a week, staffed with 2 sets of expert culinary folks working about 2 consecutive shifts. Now, the beauty of the Lodi is that they're very elastic to consumer demand and allow us to disaggregate our production and deliver that ice cream along a geographic corridor. Lotus Scoop started this year in January, basically selling about 20 to 25 cases of ice cream. That's about 200 pints to our best retail partner, Whole Foods. And then just this May, we wound up selling about 120 cases. That's 1,000 pints of ice cream, quintupling our sales to our best retail partner, Whole Foods, in less than 6 months. We've also opened accounts at Southeastern Grocers, Harris Teeter, as well as the Fresh Market. Lotus Scoop is raising $500,000 in an 18-month expansion strategy to build 2 more Lodi. Currently, we have 1 Lodi working at full tilt in Brooklyn, New York, servicing both the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast regions. We're looking to build a second one in North Carolina or in the Carolinas to service our Harris Teeter account, and then a third one in Northern Florida to service both Southeastern Grocers Bi-Lo stores as well as Publix. Well, who's in charge of this great growth and wonderful ice cream? I am Adrienne Stewart. I'm a 20-year veteran of manufacturing. I started an apparel manufacturing company about 15 years ago, which grew from a single seamstress to 2 continents. My CMO, that's our Chief Marketing Officer, has lots of experience in branding. She is head of corporate branding at Lincoln Center and is a former VP of sales, institutional sales at Citibank. And our growth advisor is Mr. Richard Hunt, who is a fellow at the Yale Entrepreneurial Institute and has about 30 years in big companies as well as Kraft Foods. So we ask that you join us in our journey to build that ultimate pint of take-home ice cream. Thank you.